All right, tricks of the trade. This is originally all we ever used was an old carpet knife, and I still use it to detail out. Once it's all cut out, I'll come get all the little stuff out. But this kind of reciprocating tool is what works best. You can change those blades, use a few different kinds, see what you like, but I like that one. And then your ear muffs because this thing is loud.
Pull it out fast you can. See what else comes out. Oh.
Clean this off nice. Get most of the gray off. Before we can start prepping. Gonna make sure all this is out lower than the Deco Seal is gonna go. Prep. It's all in the prep. You got to get it good so everything will stick. Everything will last. Pull this out. Back to where I started. My little broom. Now, as we're going to get it prepped out, now it's all clean, get yourself some about 30 grit sand. You can use play sand, but you're going to need to have it dried. Open that bag out for a couple days and let it dry. And then just get something to sprinkle. We want it about not quite ½ inch deep. But any voids, you might see something that goes down and it keeps dropping down. You need to just keep filling it, stick a stick in there, whatever you have to do, keep filling it. Make sure it's not draining, because this stuff is called self-leveling for a reason. If it finds a little hole, it's going to self-level. It's going to fill that hole and keep going. So you want to make sure it's all even. I'm going to come back and I'm going to take a broom to it to make sure it really is even. And then you usually don't have this part. This is once in a while, so hopefully you don't have this. But here's the deal. If you, like I said, it's self-leveling. It's going to want to keep pouring and pouring and pouring off this. So we need to stop it. So I need to build a barrier here. Walls on each one of these walls. So I'll just fill it and then I'll pack it back behind this brick And then I'll do these, I'll pour them as I come down the Deco Seal. I'll do the joint, come back, do the Deco Seal. I'll hit the joint, continue with the Deco Seal, because the joint's not too long. If you had to do a really long one, you might have to stop. Sometimes when it's real deep, you watch other videos, people push window insulation, the big backer rod, it's called foam, and they push it in to block it off so the Deco Seal doesn't go down because there's a big void in there. We used to do that, but I'm going to tell you what, you get a 50-pound bag of sand for a few bucks, and I just keep filling it, because I'm like, you know, we might as well fill whatever void is down there. Why just cover the void and fake it? So we cover the void, we fill the void, don't just cover it. And then if it's sucking in, make sure it keeps sucking in till it's done, and then top it off. All right, you guys might want to see that. After I pour the sand in, come by with the broom and just kind of try and get it all to one depth. You got some thin spots that pushes it out and gets it a little deeper, pushes it down to where it might need to be. Yeah, good enough. Deco Seal, you might want to look at whatever kind you want to buy. The Deco Seal that comes in the gallon jugs, you pre-mix, 2-part. This is pre-mixed, but you're going to want to massage the bags and get them all nice and mixed inside. And then it comes with these little lids, pop them on there, and then I set them around the pool. So when I run out, I'll just have one ready to go so I can keep going to one continual pour. You can also get the stuff at Home Depot that comes in a caulking kind of a mechanism. Okay, here's a trick. If you do buy this brand, and it is a Deco Seal brand, when you open this lid and you put the new one on, you're going to be squeezing it out and it's going to pop off because it's not on very well. Honestly, you need to take this piece off, and now when you put it on, it seals down all the way and it's tight. I just thought you might want to know that. When you're pouring the Deco Seal, remember it's self-leveling, so if the brick is the low point, you want to make sure you filter the brick. Don't be focusing on one side because it'll shift. Some of the grout lines will be lower, so you need to make sure you're down in the grout line, or you top it off with some sand right here if it's real bad. Get any of these things that are sticking up out of the way and fill them in like we already did, so it's prepped pretty good. And then just start. Once you start, you need to realize you're going to have to finish. Don't worry if you have to go back and do something, that's going to level out. It's going to hide itself. Just keep going all the way around. Sand. Chris is sprinkling a little sand over it before it dries, but not when it's so wet that it just sinks through. It keeps it from looking so shiny. It blends the Deco Seal in and gives it a little layer on top of hardness. All right, last thing. If you don't have a blower, you may have to wait till it all dries for a couple days and then sweep it all off. But a little battery blower, if you got a little cordless or a corded one, just blow everything off away from it, and we're good to go.
Okay, I wanted to give you a little update. I think I just said if you have a cordless or a corded blower to use around your decos, do not use a corded blower. Don't use any cords that you don't have to around that Deco Seal. For most of you, this will be the stickiest stuff you ever purchase. So don't go dragging any extra cords around there. You should have a cordless blower. If you own a swimming pool, keep the decks clean. That's the easiest thing you can do is get one of those. If you have a cover, you can blow it off. Keep the stuff from getting tracked in from the kids from the pool deck. So blow that off. If you go with the caulking style Deco Seal, I think it's called Silka. Most Home Depot, Lowe's, your hardware stores have it. Do not look for the caulking for the pool in the caulking section in the painting department. It is going to be in the cement department. Always go into the cement department. That's your tips and tricks for today. Thanks for sticking around and watching that. You guys, good luck. Remember, anyone can do it. Just take your time. Maybe one day clean it all out and prep it and start the next morning doing the pour. Make it easy on yourself. You're going to get a stiff back. I always take a couple ibuprofen when I start those jobs. Anyway, all right. Take care, you guys. Be blessed.